Hello, everybody, and welcome to the premiere of the Rippily Show. I'm so excited to be here with you today. My name is Jessica Dugas, and I am just thrilled. I'm just thrilled. I have a whole thing that I'm supposed to read and be excited about to introduce the show. But I just want to start out today and really just thank everybody for being a part of this. I want to thank Claudio, for the creator of Rippily, for allowing me to host this show, which I'm super excited about because what I love most about spaces like these is what happens when creativity meets connection. When people start sharing what they're building, what they're imagining, and suddenly you realize, oh my goodness, there is so much more possible than we ever thought. And that's really
How about I unmute? What I was saying was that's the thing we love the most about technology is there's always a glitch. I think there might be a little bit of an internet connection problem on Jessica's end because apparently that's what happens is technology sometimes fails us. However, as she was saying before she disappeared, it is so amazing to see the things that people create, the things that like you can't even imagine the things that are going on. And I am going to, I still don't see Jessica in the room. So I am going to. Well, I don't know what to say. Claudio, would you like to come up here? We can't hear you. We can't hear you. Or maybe I just can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, they can. So that's a classic. I did a release, I think, a couple of hours ago, and I must have messed up everything, which is a classic.
I think there's like a rule that we've had for a few years is no releases before a big event. Like I think that was a thing that we had going on there.
Yeah, that's true. Let's give Jessica again the space. Hey, Jessica. Nope.
okay. I'm hoping that it kicked me out just at the time when I was saying this is one giant experiment. I was like, maybe that's the moment when it happened. Who knows? But I want to thank everybody for being here today. And this is part of the interesting thing I think about experiencing not only experiencing a new platform, but pushing it to its limits and seeing what exactly is possible with what we're using. So everybody, please welcome Claudio to the Rippily Show. So excited to have you on today. And I kind of wanted to dive in a little bit and just share with everybody why a platform like this is important to you.
To me, well, I guess like we all have experience in not creating, I guess, on leaving this kind of visual platforms, okay, where there's a visual layout. But really, to me, like the point is to really to help create communities. Yeah, like in many ways, like I feel that, it is a virtual collaboration platform. It adds a lot of interactivity, enables a lot of people really to have fun. But there's always been this kind of idea that, at least for me, social networks are broken, and the way things are going, especially with AI and whatever, we're still feeling kind of the distance, right? We have all these kind of warriors behind the keyboard, and there's an old kind of rage going on where people feel entitled, like, to say whatever.
And hopefully he will be back. Here we go.
I need to apologize to everyone, because I deployed something like 2 hours ago, which evidently it's not going that well, but that's okay. We will fix it. Like, it's still a beta, and everything is evolving.
That's the truth of it, though. I just want to say really quickly, for anybody that is new or watching over on YouTube or joining in the gallery, this is a brand new platform, like super new, still in beta. We're still experimenting and trying things out, but really, it's mind-blowing to me looking at all we have here and going, it hasn't even been 4 months yet.
Yeah, actually 3 months and a half, basically. And but anyways, the point being, I guess, is that we lack the real connections.
Yeah, we do lack real connection, and I think it's challenging in this world where we are kind of behind our keyboards. And how do we ask that question of, like, bringing people in, and how do we recreate maybe?
So we lack the real connections when we are disconnecting every 30 seconds, right? Which is brilliant. It happens.
Yeah. Well, and I always ask myself the question, how close can we get to an in-person experience virtually? Because many of us have these global platforms, and we don't maybe have the opportunity to see our friends in other countries all the time like we do locally. And so as I ask myself that question, and also what we're experiencing right now, is that, life is not perfect, and there's any number of challenges that we might have from time to time. And for me, like, this is just, it's real life. I sort of have taken offense over the years when people refer to online friendships and things as, somehow not real. And I think what we're experiencing today is very real. It's real life, and you just roll with it and you have fun and make connections, which I think is the most important part.
Absolutely. And I think, Rippily is designed to help grow communities, right? It's not just actually grow your own community. I think an important element that I'm trying to, to develop is to help us discover other communities, right? That's really the discoverability part, because very often we kind of work in our own isolated garden, and we forget that there's a world out there.
Right. Well, one of the things that I want to do is I want to introduce, I know you saw her a minute ago, but I want to bring Peggy McCartha back on. She's a creator of the Global Business Plaza. She is a photographer. She does a lot of amazing things, and she's become a good friend of mine and really one of the early adopters here on Rippily. So I want to bring her on to the show. Peggy, good morning.
Good morning. Always fun to have tech issues when you're like so excited and spend hours and hours trying to put a production together.
Yes, absolutely. I know it's challenging to go through those things, and to do it live. But I think, going into what I was saying to Claudio is that, it's real life. And I think a lot of times people get the idea that people behind a screen are somehow not real people. I mean, your husband is an actor, and so you're kind of in that world as well, to know that behind the screen there are real people, and that we can showcase that. We have the opportunity to showcase that here today.
Well, not only that, I think that people have an idea that if you're successful and you have a lot of community, or you have a big, thing going on, and people see you as successful, that they think that it's easy for you and they think that you're perfect. And that's not true. And look at this, because I'm sure that Claudio thought, oh my gosh, before the show, I'm going to release these new updates. And instead he released some bugs. Thanks, Claudio. But that's real life, right? That's what we do in our businesses. That's what we do in our family. That's what happens. We get these great ideas and we want everything to be perfect, and then we trip and fall. Yeah. And that's okay, because that's one, it shows that we're all human, and nothing is perfect, because what does perfect mean? Because without an experience, you're not who you are. Every trip and fall, every scar, every bruise, that brings you to the amazing person.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. I know that we're just working through everything here today, guys, and we appreciate you being patient with us as we're working through the fun times over here. But I think one of the things that I'm really excited about with this platform is what is possible. And one of the things that's been interesting as well about being sort of on the ground floor, if you will, of a beta platform is I'm not a developer. So I didn't know what I didn't know about how things like this are built. And so when you release, what I've learned very quickly is when you release, you could release a feature that you think is, let's say, for example, the amazing feature that we have on Rippily to be able to lock our rooms. So if we're in an important meeting or something like that, we can lock the room. But imagine you think, okay, I'm rolling out lock room, right? Claudia's rolling out lock room. And next thing you know, we have 6 other features that have nothing to do with a locked room that now need to be fixed as well. And so I would have never put together as a non-developer myself that, oh, even if something looks like it's not connected to everything else, it can have sort of that, if you will, ripple effect affecting other things on the platform that you wouldn't think it would.
Absolutely. And that's a lesson for life in general. It really is, because sometimes we make decisions in our business and we're thinking about one thing and we don't realize how it affects the other parts of our business. So this is just really an example for people that are living life. We make decisions based on what's in front of us, and sometimes that ripple affects everything else, either for the good or maybe a negative. But either way.
Right. Absolutely. Claudio is coming back. So can you give us a little bit of I'm sure that it's frustrating for you when you build something and you think like, okay, everything works beautifully, and then something happens, it gets in the way. Like, what happens in your brain? Like, do you want to just jump right in and fix it, or do you have to go through a process?
Well, right now I have my dashboard here, and I'm trying to find out what's going on, right? But there's one thing that we need to realize is that. So I worked, for example, in really large organizations where, sometimes I asked, did anyone lose £6 million a day for 3 days in a row? That's the kind of level of the kind of systems I've been working on. And one thing I always learn within my teams is that if you don't do anything, you're not going to break anything. So breaking is just a part of basically what you do, and you chill out. Right? It's something that you learn along the way, and it's fine. As people know, like, things will get fixed. Will probably get fixed quite quickly, of course, because there's other events coming as well. And it's just part of, to me, this is just a fun story that I will tell my grandchildren at some point. You remember when we launched the event? Rippily. To me, like, it's just classic. Honestly, it is. It's a pity. It is frustrating, but not as frustrating as people may imagine right now.
Yeah. Yeah. And the truth is, I mean, look, I was so excited when you asked me to host this show because I've been hosting shows and producing shows for over 10 years. And the one thing that I tell my hosts all the time is that number one, the only person who really knows how the show is supposed to go is you. So it's never as big of a deal as you might think it is. And obviously, when you're encountering those things in the background that you know is not supposed to happen, it can be really frustrating. But ultimately, you just roll with it and have a good time because life happens. And so I'm excited that we're able to do life together in this way here today. It makes for a fun time, and it will make good stories, I think. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about as well this morning is I have a little poll for everybody here today, and I would love for everyone to participate. What is a feature that you enjoy the most or are most excited to use? And everybody, you can choose multiple options there, okay? What is a feature you enjoy most or are most excited to use? All right,
This is tough, Jessica. The like seriously,
I know, but you can pick more than one. So we have
it. Like
we have the lock room feature, scenes and snapshots, sounds and music, Ripple discoverability, which we're going to show some of that coming up here shortly, friend discoverability, customizable rooms or ripples, as we call them here, and customizable seats. And while we're waiting for the poll answers to come in, Claudio, do you want to tell everybody about sort of the lingo behind the scenes of Rippily, like what some of the words are that we're using? Ripple, wave, drops, what does it all mean?
Yeah, so like I thought, while the room is clear, it's a bit boring, right? We always use the same metaphor. So I think the idea of Rippily is that when we are together, we create ripples, right? And big ripples make waves. And so the idea was that we're not in a room, we are in a ripple. We don't have seats because I'm not using that metaphor. We have drops. You can imagine you can drop in. But honestly, drops came from the idea that we're all drops in an ocean. That's the way I kind of feel it. And so that's why we have this terminology. And then obviously we have waves are the equivalent of a community. They are a community, so we create one or more waves. And Rippily is basically the ocean that keeps everything together.
I love it. I love it. Well, and being an ocean girl myself, I live a mile from the ocean, and it just made me so happy when you started sharing some of the words. I was like, I can relate to this. This is something I know in my vocabulary here. The poll is just about to end, everybody. And I also want to say there was a couple of comments coming in from over on YouTube as well. Somebody else was saying that the raising hand feature that was not included in the list, but that's a good one as well. So it looks like the top result that came in is the scenes and snapshots. That's what people are most excited about. And for anybody new, basically what you're witnessing here today on the show as we move from different areas of the studio, those are scenes. And so you're able to pull off different looks, if you will, in a room or a ripple that you don't have to have a whole separate ripple for. I know, Peggy, you've been enjoying scenes as well.
I have been. First of all, my office. I have one link I send out in my scheduling, and that's my office. But I have if you're coming to talk to me, it's a first time discovery call, or you're coming to talk about the Global Business Plaza, I have this very official looking, proper office.
Love the proper office. And it always includes, as you can see there, Solara, which is Peggy's dog, and she's fantastic.
And then if it's more of a casual thing, then I have like 3 or 4 different offices, and they all are for different things. But there's one link I only have to give people one link. But can I tell you the most amazing part that I've been using scenes for? Can I talk about that now, Jessica?
Oh, okay.
Well, to say
yes, go ahead.
Should I
Yes.
wait? Okay.
Tell the people.
Okay. So I started doing speed networking in virtual environments a long time ago, and it was clunky and silly, and it was a mess. But because of scenes and snapshots, which moves the drops around, I'm able to, in one place, get people, we meet together, and then we go pair off and that's Solara. She has lots to say. So we pair off and have little breakout rooms, which nobody mentioned yet, but we have breakout zones. And so you can talk, and then in 5 minutes, I move you around, and you have all these different scenes, and you're without having to do anything yourself. I can move everybody around and network with people. So it's really, really awesome.
Yeah.
So that is, I have rooms with multiple scenes. And I know Claudio, he tells stories and makes like almost like, what would you call it? Like an,
we don't know what we'll call it. We'll find out.
We'll never know.
We're on pins and needles. Some of the comments coming in as well is that Susan said Peggy's networking is so fun. We definitely have to check it out. And Stacy said yes, speed networking was the best. Even the people in the gallery are excited about the gallery. People aren't always excited when they don't get to like talk and be on camera and all of that. But the gallery is really exciting, I think, for opportunities to do webinar style presentations. I think it's fun too.
Yeah, and the idea there is obviously is to serve different kinds of jobs, right? What people are trying to accomplish. Sometimes you need a presentation style webinar. Sometimes you need something more interactive, like a breakout. I definitely like things like storytelling for sure. Peggy was mentioning it. Rooms. Basically, you can create very, very interactive rooms and use scenes as well to connect them in a way that wasn't possible before. It's not usual.
Yeah.
And I know that we're having some silly technical issues right now, but I have done multiple events and never had one glitch at all. So it's ironic that on this event that we have a few bugs that got released this morning. But the other thing that it's just having people be able to interact in a way where you can have things, and people in one of my offices, I have a water bottle and it does nothing, but you can pick it up and like, hey, stay hydrated. Like, it's just silly.
It is there's lots of little things you can do. And even Teresa in the chat was talking about how she has an emotional support kitty that actually purrs when you pet the cat in her office, and playful dolphins outside her windows. And so there's lots of fun things. Don't ask how many fidgets I have in my office at this point, because I think my office is fidget central.
You're definitely the queen of fidgets.
We have cannolis that talk. We can roast marshmallows in my office, feed a rabbit, and have some other things that we'll talk about.
Well, you have to say the s'mores. When you roast the marshmallows, they then create s'mores, and you can eat them.
Yes, you can put the marshmallows in the fire, get a s'more, and you can eat the s'more. You can hear the crunch when you eat the s'more, guys, and that is everything. See, everybody's talking about the crunch. It is where it's at.
Yeah.
Love it. I love it.
So right, and there's no calories.
That part too. You're welcome, everybody. Just
0 calorie s'mores.
I love it. All right. So I think what I want to do, we're gonna have Claudio join our studio audience, and Peggy and I are gonna have a little chit chat about we're gonna give the ocean report, everybody. All right. So we have to make sure that we join on Saturdays at 11:30 a.m. Eastern time for the Rippily Dive. So Claudio, it's really a group effort. We work together to discover and explore and share lots of the things that are going on inside the Rippily platform and the builder, and we do things together and really dive deep into what's possible within Rippily. So I think one of the things that we want to do, Peggy, is lean into that discoverability portion of the platform, which I think is super fun. And I think it's something that really sets Rippily apart from everything that we have to offer here. Here we go. I want to make sure we're in the right spot here. So what you're looking at on the screen is actually the discoverability tab inside Rippily, and you can see lots of stuff happening here. Anything that you see that catches your eye, Peggy?
Well, the Global Business Plaza is there, so, and the Breakthrough Network, the show network, and
I mean, shameless plugs.
I mean, I know. No, there's so many amazing things that go on. Yesterday, we were in the makers community, and oh my goodness, if you guys haven't popped in there, that's just amazing.
I want you guys to see. So, and these are the waves that people have created that we're looking at here. And this is the one that we were exploring yesterday. Had a lobby and a reading room. In fact, you've seen some of these rooms highlighted in the intro to Rippily today as well. But it's really exciting to see what everybody is creating. So that's the makers community. And then we have all kinds of stuff happening here. Here we go. Back to the discovery tab. See, you can see the Rippily Show is live now happening. That was an update that Claudio brought in first thing today, which is exciting.
Probably what broke the whole thing, Jessica. This is right here, us saying, Claudio, it has to be a linkable banner. We have to be able to click the banner. We probably broke it. This was probably us, Jessica.
Is probably what it is. Because I'm the one that asked for that. I was like, they got to be able to get from the banner to the event. So just, I'll take it. It's my fault.
I'm sure it's you.
That's what it is. But we have lots of amazing things going on in here. Lots of world builders. You have to come right in. We have C3 Global Headquarters. That's my girl CK, and she and I do what we call sister sessions. We have lots of co-working 5 days a week. So lots of amazing things happening in there. We have a giant croissant.
Now, Jessica, I just want to. You kind of like went over. I kicked her out. That was me. I kicked her out. No, you kind of went over something, Jessica, and then just kind of, we didn't talk about how.
We didn't talk about how amazing something is. Something's amazing.
So if you could share your screen again, because I'm not seeing it. I don't know if the rest of the world is seeing it, but I'm not seeing the shared screen. There you go. Now let's go into, click into anyone, because you clicked into Makers Community earlier, but I want to talk about this. This discoverability is awesome, but look at this. When you click into it, oh, you're a moderator in there. Go click into one that you're not a moderator in.
Okay. Let me.
So we can see how all the people see the things.
That's probably a good idea. I'm going to go back into Artemis because it was so amazing yesterday.
So you can see a description of the community, and then you can see every single ripple in there. And if you want, you can put descriptions in each ripple. Now, when you're just out, walking around and poking your head into stores or, ripples and waves, this is so amazing, because before you make a commitment to pop in, you can see, and if there's people in there, you can see, hey, look there in Artemis's office, there's one person in there. It tells you that there's someone in there. So there's a whole bunch of things packed into this. It's insane how much information and what a great way to market and be discovered this is. So I just wanted to really dive into this, because I think this is really, really important.
It is. And I love what you pointed out, that you can tell because it says live, and I'm highlighting this right here for you guys. It says it's live. That means somebody's in that room, and it tells you who's in there as long as they're discoverable, which is another thing I really want to point out, is that you do have the ability to make it so you can be seen, unseen, partially online. Like, you have options. And so you do have that privacy, even though we are showing you how amazing it is that you and your spaces can be discovered. There is also that privacy piece, which I think is really important to some people.
And there's times that you have to be. Solara's got stuff to say. Solara wants to talk about Rippily. She's so excited about Rippily. But there's sometimes that you do want to work and not be discovered, and that's easy. That's one click, and that. Not every wave. Like, I have a couple of waves that nobody can find because they're not discoverable, and you have that option, which is great.
Right. Right. And Solara just wants to be part of the show. Honestly, you guys, she knows at this point that she is the star around Rippily, the Global Business Plaza. Really, she's taking over all of it, to be honest. But she's super fun. And that's the thing too, when you have a platform like this, you really do get to know each other, even
and each other's
I feel like on a new level. We
dogs.
Yeah,
Definitely.
we meet each other's dogs, cats, bunnies. We've had lots of animals here on Rippily, which is a lot of fun. All right, so let's see, what shall we do now? Okay, so I wanted to show you guys, you can continue to explore. There's several pages already of different waves that people have been building, which is super fun, and lots to explore there. And you can see it comes up right at the top. What's happening now? What's happening now? Obviously, we have the Rippily Show happening right now. We have some other meetings taking place, and it's a lot of fun to see, hey, maybe where can I jump in? Where can I network? Where can I meet some new people? And we love that as well. So lots happening behind the scenes, and definitely that discoverability piece, I think, is something that people are really excited about. Let us know in the chat if you are excited about meeting new people, collaborating with new people, and having your work be seen. That is so important, guys. So important. Let us know in the chat. Yes, 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 yes. Everybody's saying in the chat. We love that. Love it. So I'm so excited that you guys are part of this with us today. And then Peggy, if you want to work on bringing some of our friends back into the studio, that will be fun to do a little split to our audience here in just a moment. But I really just I think there's so much to discover here, and obviously we're only going to scratch the surface here on the show today. But each episode of the Rippily Show, which will be happening every Tuesday at 12 p.m. Eastern time, we'll be able to uncover something else and show you more of what's possible. And then if you see something that you love here, we invite you absolutely to come and be a part of the Rippily Dive on Saturdays at 11:30 a.m. Eastern time. And where it really is a dive. Like, we start off, easy, and then we dive in, and next thing you know, we're feeding bunnies and and following bumblebees through the flowers. There's all kinds of things that we do on Saturdays.
Saturdays gets really deep, but it's good. It's amazing. It is a way to learn all of these things that,
It is a great way to learn. I think I think it makes for a really immersive learning experience where you're not just following a tutorial or following even a video or something written out step by step. You're able to have your questions answered in real time by real human beings and do it together. We're all, we make mistakes together. And yes, I love that Shadows mentioned that in the comments, that there is also an official Rippily wave as well. I want to show you guys really quickly. Let me go back to the first page because we always know where to find it. Rippily Central is available here for you guys. We have Claudio's office, the Rippily Dive. That's where we gather on Saturdays. The Rippily Show. Obviously, that's where you're at right now, where we're coming to you live from. We have a lovely introductory ripple that Claudio has left for us. Lots happening. Love. Oh my gosh, should we show Wonder? I think we should show Wonder, you guys. This is one of my favorite spaces that Claudio has made. And I just want to show you guys what happens here. I want to take your breath away if you've never seen a platform like this before. Okay, here we go.
So it was so amazing, Jessica. It just like left us all in awe. It just left us. And that is such an amazing just place to meditate, just to relax. And just I love the way it's like, you know, moving opposites. And it just, I love that room. I love that room.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of my favorites as well. But there's a lot. Look, at the end of the day, there's a lot to explore in here already. And I cannot say this enough that this platform is less than 4 months old, like 3.5 months. Okay. And so what we're able to do here already is just mind blowing. And we're excited to show you more as weeks go on. And so it's going to be thrilling. I want to bring Claudio back up with us. He may not be in the right seat. We may have some other people on the stage. We don't know what's going to happen today because this is an experiment and we're having fun. All right, so there's Susan up here with us too. Yes, Susan, welcome. Welcome back, Claudio, as well. Do you want to give us, Claudio, a couple little insights as to some of the newer features that you brought on board, and maybe we can hint shortly to something that's to come?
Yeah, I mean, so some of the reasons why I just broke everything is that I've been working on some optimization for camera resolution, specifically for larger meetings, and of course, like there's a lot of tweaking there. So, anyways, that's a fun part. For people who don't know, now we have the ability to hide the chat. We can, and this is important for a number of reasons. One of them that just pop on. I know Susan would be happy about that. We can hide the chat. We can even remove the ability to upload files or images. But it's also important if you're like if you're teaching to minors, you may not want to enable certain things. And so like security always takes a priority over most of the other requests basically that we have there. And so that's one. I think I'm forgetting one, which is about, should I say it? Should we say it or should we show it? I don't know if you have it available.
Yeah. So we should find, you know what? I think we always have such amazing events here in Rippily. And honestly, we have had birthday celebrations. We have had launch celebrations. There's a lot of celebrating that goes on, I think. And I am really excited about the ability that we're going to be able to celebrate even bigger now, everybody. I don't know if you all can see what's happening on the screen right now, but it is very exciting. And I even made a special one for you guys because it is St. Patrick's Day. We've got some gold coins and clovers, 4-leaf clovers for everybody for just a little luck today. We're going to sprinkle all the luck into getting the bugs back out of our favorite place to be. And yes. And because we love you all so very much, here's some hearts for you as well. We're so excited that you're here with us today. So that's a brand new Celebrate feature, right, Claudio?
Yeah. So, and now you did show basically rain, right? So you have like things from top, but actually any object, any shape can launch confettis and or elements that are from emojis, basically. So you can launch emojis, you can point to a direction, you can control the spread, you can do like really explosive launches as well, you can do radial explosions. So you have all control. All you have to do is to go to a shape. For people who already know how to add actions and stuff like that, there is an extra action called celebrate.
I'm excited. I've been throwing things everywhere. Everywhere.
I have to admit that I was very honored to.
Very honored.
She was so honored
to disconnect right now.
Really? Apparently, did you guys pick me that time? Now I'm wondering.
Brilliant.
But yeah, I a couple of people were in my office and accidentally found it the other day, and they were like, "What just happened?" And I was,
yeah, there we go. So now it becomes very easy to create badges and have explosions when you click on them, for example. Right.
We love badges here. We love badges.
For some reason, Rippily has become badge central, I think.
I'm going to take full responsibility for that one because, and you know what's so funny is on another platform, I got a badge this week and I was reminded how special it feels when you get a badge. And so I was like, I'm going to keep making my badges. So I know that those who have joined us in the studio audience today have gotten some very special badges for being a part of our running experiment here on Rippily, on the first ever Rippily show. So they have some fun badges awaiting them as well, which are fun to just put in your space, or you could just keep it for yourself. I know there's some.
I want a badge. I feel disconnected.
You know, you feel disconnected. You feel disconnected because I feel very disconnected, Claudio. And I there you go. Jessica's back. I was going to say, I finally made a shadow box to hold my badges so that when you click them, they pop up, because I've been collecting badges, apparently, something I've never cared about in my entire life, and now is so important to me. So thank you, Jessica, for starting this ridiculous badge fad.
It is my pleasure. And I also know that we have somebody in the audience today who even took their virtual ticket and printed it out. Debbie, can you show us your virtual ticket? Look at that, God. You guys.
Well, that's brilliant.
So exciting. I love it. So you could print it, you could make stickers, there's things, honestly, for me, like all the tech whatever aside, my absolute favorite thing about Rippily is all of us coming together and creating new connections, creating deeper connections, creating friendships, working together. And it's been such a pleasure to be a part of this, and the fun that it's been for me, like I said, to see it being built from the beginning. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a developer. Peggy's not a developer, but I think I speak for both of us when I say it has been fascinating to watch.
Very fascinating to watch, and very fascinating to see
everybody here today. You know what this reminds me of? One of the things that we play in, we have Mocktail Monday here on Rippily every last Monday of the month for the ladies, and we do Mad Libs sometimes and fill in the blank type things, and this is just practice for Monday, you guys.
What was I going to say? That's the gay. Like, just finish my sentence. When I leave, just go ahead and let people know what I was going to say.
I love it. I love it.
Can I say, I am a developer, right? I know exactly what's going on right now, but it doesn't matter. That will be fixed. But I find it extremely humbling on one side, exciting on the other side to work on a platform like this that has a direct impact on people in a way that you can actually see with your eyes. Sometimes we build things that have absolutely no consequence whatsoever. This one you can see is consequential, right?
Yeah.
And so that's a great thing about this.
It has been a lot of fun. Before we close up today, Peggy, anything that you want to leave with everybody today?
Keep creating, stay positive, and wow.
Have fun. And be wowed. And be wowed, everybody. Did I do well?
It's a really good thing that I know that there's like a bug in here, because otherwise I would swear that you guys are doing it on purpose, just so you know. I would be like, Claudio's playing a funny.
Yep.
Exactly.
He's using the kick button.
I have a keyboard here where I can try to.
Yeah. Yeah.
But seriously, like, don't, this is something that, you know, no matter if you're coming in on a really small level or on a big level, like, you can use this to your advantage to really help promote what you're doing, and have fun. Have fun and be creative. Stay creative.
There you go. There you go. Claudio, final words from you today.
If you feel disconnected, try. Use Rippily. What can I say? No, I said everything that was supposed to be said, and I think this is this will go in history as the first. We'll definitely have a laugh about this in the future, and you know, I'm not even. I don't know why I'm not even bothered. I think it's like really, it's just fun. We'll fix it, and that's it.
Thank you. Thank you for giving us a live demonstration of the importance of just sticking to what you know you're supposed to be doing, and it'll all be fine. It'll all be fine. At the end of the day, I just want to thank everybody for being here for this giant experiment. Like I said, the Rippily Show premiere. This nothing like this has ever been done. I'll reiterate that. We've had, you know, you can go and see talk shows in a live studio audience. You can be on a podcast or, you know, a live stream, but to have a live studio audience experiment also being live streamed is brand new. And so we're just here to have fun, be on the ride with you guys. And I think it's going to be a blast. We're going to be here with you every Tuesday at 12 p.m. Eastern time. Hopefully.
And I think we can all agree that Claudio is not going to do any releases on Tuesday mornings ever again. I think we can all agree with that.
Yeah. I multiple times a day. So, you know, whatever.
But the thing is we know it'll be fixed probably before I go to sleep tonight. So thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, that's one thing I'll say is Claudio has worked so hard to put this platform together, and he continues to do that. Anytime we have an issue, you can bet that he is on it. And typically we'll go to bed here in North America, and then when we wake up in the morning, there's rainbows, and it's all beautiful. There's rainbows and confetti and you know, hearts and shamrocks and all kinds of things that happen when we're asleep and get to come on the next day to experience it. So thank you all so much for being here today. Thank you again, Claudio, for this amazing opportunity and platform. Thank you, Peggy, for joining me on this adventure. We're going to have so much fun. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas. Thank you to everybody in the audience, and we'll see you next week on The Rippily Show. Bye, everybody.